All right, how are we all? Denise been having a busy social life. How's everyone else?
Good. I've been very busy as well.
Oh, good, Tamara.
What have
Yes,
you
so-
busy
What
with,
have you
Tamara?
Pardon?
What have you been
what have I
doing
been
that's
doing?
making
Well, I went and saw so got some accounting advice. So I've been looking at that and doing that, and I've had a date on Saturday night, and
Ooh.
yes, just keeping busy and talking to myself, talking to my son, and I'm going to get him to do the cleaning on my house. So that's good because he used to be a professional cleaner, so he can do that for me. So I can help him out at the same time. Yeah, so just been doing that, and I went to a festival in the city yesterday and got sunburnt, but I'm okay. So busy.
Sunburn in
You don't look it.
Melbourne.
No,
Oh.
my face is okay, but down from here down isn't. I forgot to sunscreen
Tip of
V-Fit.
advice. Wear some clothes, darling.
I did wear clothes, darling. It's just, it's got a cross on it.
I was like, what kind of festival is this now?
We all had clothes on. It was okay.
Okay, I have to name this video M+ then. No more PG level. Cool. Who else been busy here?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. What's been happening?
I've been doing a lot of things. Talking to all the ladies, working with
Yeah.
the ladies, going through different areas of their journey and different areas of my journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of work there, and I've just been a very busy grandma and daughter and mother. So finally got a date.
Everybody's getting done.
No, not date. I got a date for my daughter. That's why I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Oh.
Denise, you're late next getting a date with a man. Okay. Anna is getting a date for her daughter. And what they are telling you,
Desperation.
be clear
That's
with
time for
your
I know, no. I'm not. I'll tell you what, the day I go to get a date, guys, you're going to watch me dress. I'll change to different dresses to make sure I'm looking good. But right now, that's not my primary focus.
Look
Primary
forward to it.
focus is, well, absolutely. Mind you, I don't mind looking at myself naked, but you might have problems.
Me, I don't have problems looking at anybody naked, mate. I'm a nurse.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Yes. I couldn't help that one.
I caught up with a girlfriend last night. I went to her place, and we haven't seen each other for a couple of years, and she needed to go to the loo and I needed to get changed. So we were talking while we were doing it. She was sitting on the loo and had to strip off because she had her bathers on, and I had my bathers on, had to strip them off and put a dress on. So yeah, like nurses, we don't care.
Theatre people don't care either.
Yeah.
Well, neither
That's
do
right.
we. Neither do I. I don't care. And those who sleep in my bed know that.
Hint. All right,
Don't
ladies,
look
look
too
up.
good,
I'll
Kat.
take a photo of all you. Okay, look up. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Crap.
And Marie has to make a face. Cool. Sounds like everyone been having a very fulfilling week. That's fantastic. So Good morning from Bavaria in Germany. Now let's get the call started. So who is from? Anyone have a German ancestry here?
Little bit.
Oh.
Don't know.
Well, I'm going around Eastern Europe. Okay. So you guys can tell me more, but it's a beautiful country. All right, now let's share our wins for the week. I just put the link on the chat, and please click into the Facebook group and share your wins for the week. Can't wait.
Did I not?
Did
I'm
you
not
not?
doing
What?
Oh, come on.
Oh, that was
Complicated.
for intentions.
I
Is
did
it
my
That was
wins.
intentions.
Yeah, I've done the intention.
Oh, today is Monday,
We're-
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can we just
Could you just go into the Facebook group and put your wins for the week, which means Beth hasn't changed the schedule for me. Okay, click into the elite group. And what's happened with my Facebook? That's the intention. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead to do that.
Okay.
Oh, now hold on a minute. Oh God, I've got to get into Facebook. It's
Can you
hard.
get into Facebook? Don't say it's hard. It's
Okay.
just give me a minute and I'll go into Facebook.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay.
I was just in Facebook before, and then I went out of it. Sorry.
So, Catherine, are you looking for the share with us your wins this week?
Yeah, the new poll hasn't came up yet. This is supposed to be on
No.
Friday. So what you do is
Yeah, it did come up on Friday.
Today is
What?
but today is Monday, right? No, hang on.
Yep.
I'm just so
Yes.
lost myself. So which means the post hasn't came up yet. So what you do is just go into the Facebook group, start a new post about your intention, and then here you go. Did you see the link?
You said that finding it was supposed to come out at 12:30 today, usually, but you needed to move it earlier.
Yeah, because today is Monday, your time, 11 a.m. So I will have to ask her to post it on 10 o'clock. Okay. We got everyone here.
My Facebook's as slow as me today.
That's all right. You're not the only one. I feel like I'm like, not, my brain is not working.
Yeah. Well, you look like your brain's not working. I mean, I don't want you to feel like you look different to how you feel.
No, like I can tell you my brain is not working in the middle of the night on my time zone. That's the challenge. I
Yeah.
know how Christine feels now when she wake up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, when I was getting up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's my turn.
but-
All right, I'll give you guys another minute. I'll be back. Well done. Everyone sounds exciting for the week. My intention is to ski as much as I could on to this morning on the slope. All right, well done, ladies. Okay. Now, has everyone got to watch the podium on Radiance about the spirit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Denise, have you be able to get into Podia when you receive the welcome email to the elite group?
No, I'm too busy scratching myself.
Okay, no worries. We'll follow that up for you for Beth to send you the welcome video, the welcome email on board, so you will have the
Yes, she
link to the
did.
Podia. Oh, she did.
Yeah, I just
So that should
haven't had time to get into it. Didn't realise it was I needed to do that by a certain time.
yes, that's the email to welcome you as the official post. To Tamara, you got the email as well, and you got into Podia. I saw that you. All right.
Yep.
I asked you, would you help Denise to say what to do? Because when you get into Podia, that's the first video, welcome video, what to do, what it is,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and things like that.
Yep. And so then you go into the different weeks. And this week we're into week 3. And it's about watching the radiance. It's week 3, isn't it? Or week 2?
We haven't rearranged in poll yet. So it's radiance, spirit.
Yep.
So it's okay.
Yep.
It's not like a die-hard that if you haven't watched the video.
No.
So, okay. For those who watch the video, what do you think? What is about your spirit? Is that we are ghosts here? That we have a spirit following us? Or that spirit swimming around? I better not say it's very dark outside.
You'll scare yourself with the ghosts. Spirit's about, I think it's about your inner knowing, your inner joy. It's about being who you are and accepting who you are and knowing how you're meant to be and what you're supposed to achieve in this life for me. I know
Beautiful.
My spirit is here to achieve good and to help people. And to help people on their path and work with them to be the best they can be.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
I just equate it to your higher self.
So what's the meaning of higher self, Christine?
Everything Tamara just said.
So we just have a different name for the higher self, the spirit, the best version of ourselves. Anyone else? I heard Anna wanted to say something.
It's a total connection, not just with yourself, but with everything around you. The whole totality, the higher self. You're listening to what's around you, so you're catching the frequency. So as you get higher, there's different frequencies that you will pick up. And as you further develop that strength and that inner spirit or that inner core or that whatever you want to call it, the light that goes through all of us, there's a huge connection. Whatever you want to call it, the source, the divine, it's all of the above.
Okay, fantastic. So let's establish that human being not being just alone in this universe or on this planet, on this earth. So we all agree that there's a higher power than human being.
Absolutely.
No, I don't.
You don't. What is it, Denise?
Oh, well, yeah, I do kind of. I suppose I do, yes.
No, let's explore that, because it will be necessary for us to understand that are we here by accident, just a Big Bang theory? There's no creation at all. No.
We're here because we choose to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I call it source. My higher self I call source.
Exactly.
And my source has been here thousands of times before, and has come back for more experiences in this world, in this dimension. And I believe I'm here to explore all sorts of things. Not exactly sure what they exactly are, but they're here to have joy and fun, and it probably expand myself more than anything. So is it more than human? Yes, but is it separate from human? No, because source can't be here without a human form. So kind of there's a grey area in your question.
I'm trying to trick you, Denise. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to test your brain, isn't it? No, only kidding. No, what you described is very. Is it breaking up? Like, can you hear me?
My brain is breaking up. Yes.
You are not alone. Trust me. Like, everyone will help us, like both of us tonight or this morning. It's my night. Is your no? It's actually still morning for me, but it's just the middle of the morning for me. Okay. So, does anyone hear anything different to Denise with just what we described? Do you think what she shared is different to what our beliefs or how we use our language to describe that there's a higher source?
Yeah, so no, I think everyone has their, if I may say, everyone has their own opinion. That's why we're here. We're trying to find out if there's more, who we are, what our connection is, what our journey is. And that's great that we're questioning this, right? But we all agree that there is something that connects us, right? Our intuition. I keep saying that we're like bees. We were meant to be like bees. I connected with you guys, so I feel you, right? There is a collective. Now, you might be here thousands, so have I. I've been here a lot. A lot of us have had a lot of lives, and that's why we keep reconnecting, because I truly believe that you keep meeting the people. Yeah, you keep meeting the people that you're meant to be meeting. We are vessels, right? But for some unknown reason, we are here now for the awakening. That's how I feel, but that might not necessarily be how others feel. But you are all questioning this, and this is fantastic. And this is what Catherine is trying to do to us, is just get our brains working and our psyche. Yeah.
Okay. So let's establish this. Whether we call ourselves an alien form, just being transformed from another universe down here, or our higher source is a source that we have not seen, but we feel them. Or for Linda, it's a very new language, being a Christian. However, we came from God. That's our source. That's how we describe it. That's how our language used. But there's a source. There's a higher power. What is a past life, or what is many thousands of years being for Christian, is as a being, a spirit with a soul. I was with God until I choose to come down to earth. And being part of tap into the deja vu, which, how come I've seen this? I heard this before. Or many people came back from past life.
I was just talking about all this with somebody yesterday on Facebook. Alternate realities, past life experiences.
Yeah.
Fascinating topic, because we've got a lot to say, haven't we?
Mm.
Things that we don't know, but we know. We're not supposed to know, but we know. Yeah. Like Linda pointed out, and I didn't even know I was quoting the book, whatever you, the book.
The Bible.
Thank you. That. Yeah, because I use terms such as armor and the sword, the light, and then Linda got excited one night, got a passage out and read it to me, and I went, I've never heard that. Okay. So somewhere along the line, I was there. I see, that's how I see myself, but that's not necessarily what you say. You know what I mean?
It's interesting because billions of people have read the Bible, and it's been regurgitated from those people to other people. So, campfire stories from the Bible have been circulated around the world, and they become somebody else's words, and then they become your words. And
No, because I shut that religion down a really long time ago.
No, I mean,
yeah.
No, I mean over centuries and centuries since its
Absolutely.
creation. Yeah, it's been regurgitated, by billions of people, and come back as different truths from these people.
Okay, but we can go further back, because this religion, the Catholic and Christian, is only 2,000 to 3,000 years old, whereas the religion and the light, and they talk about light thousands of years ago. So
absolutely,
he's always been here, but the words have been formulated by people who wanted to write the words down. That's how I'm looking at it, okay? And they put it in different words, and the books written by different people and what have you. But I'm saying that this is so much older, because it was thousands. The Mayans, the Aztecs, all talk about the light.
The Aboriginals.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was all modified over time, and I'm pretty sure when I was doing my timeline in class, I found a video on who the person was that created the Christian church. But, you know, I can't remember who it was, but because I was focusing on Hippocrates, not on the person that created the Christian church. But yeah.
That's good.
I don't dispute what you're saying, Anna, at all. I was just giving an example from that timeline and in a more modern situation.
No. Thank you. I mean, it's interesting when you hear the stories. You know, the Torah is the same, but that's probably more. I mean, I'm not Islamic and I'm not Muslim, but that is probably more truer than what we have done with the Bible. And it was written at the same time. I'm not saying that's the way to go. What I'm saying is that book has not had that many versions. It's only had 2 versions since it was written. Whereas our book has been.
There's many people say that the Bible has been bastardized over its time, edited.
Okay. All right. So
sure Linda would
some history to be explained. So Christianity maybe, to our knowledge, is only 2000 plus years. 2023 is after Christ being born. That's the timeline. And we also talk about BC. So which means many thousands before as well, before Christ came to earth as a human form. So the Holy Trinities. So if you want to go into those language, yeah, we could. But that will be another years of Bible college that I'll have to give you guys.
No.
So the Quran is the first 5 books of the Old Testament of the Bible. When you look at that, that's parallelism. Okay, Abraham, why do we have the Muslim religion in that sense? We're not talking about religion, we're talking about the spiritual belief, but we have human beings put into religions. Abraham, that's a 2 line. Sarah meant to give a child to Abraham, but Sarah got into panic of that she was 99 years of age that couldn't bear a child for Abraham. So she gave her mate to Abraham. And that's where the Muslim family came about. That when Sarah produced an heir, she was panicking as well. And that's where she cast out the family off their line. And that's the Muslim family came along. That's actually Muslim are our counterpart as Christians, but we use different names. So that's a bit of history, but it doesn't mean that, who is evil and that's Muslim people are beautiful as well. It's just the so-called extreme people. So with the Christians, when I first became a Christian, when I'm watching Scotland and Ireland, those Christians fighting each other, I felt like, wasn't it meant to be love? But that was because of the religion.
Oh, there's so much we could go into, but I don't think we got time.
Yeah. So just a quick one is like, doesn't matter. When it comes to human form, us, I would say, we could be the most evil form on earth at the moment because we could do everything to others in a very evil way. But it's a choice that up to us. That's why we're exploring that. What is the higher self of us, the meaning on this earth? And could we really ignore that we are not a spiritual being?
No, can't ignore it.
We can't ignore it.
Yeah.
Tamara? Also,
I was going to say, I've tried for years to ignore it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. And again, as Anna said, we're all here trying to explore. But I think one very common flag of us, what I got to know you ladies, I'm very honored, is we know that we have power. And I'm going to say, I'm the first one to say, I'm the one who really been scared about my power, that I haven't been come out of the true form, that with 2 horns and 3 ears. Okay. No, it's not that. It's more about knowing that, but not knowing how to use it or not understanding it, because you can feel people. I can hear people saying, but people say, no, I didn't say that. But actually, in fact, it got crossed through their mind that I know what they're saying. I know what their thoughts were. And that is scary to a little child. Or I have seen things seriously. People will say, that's your imagination. Or like, quickly something just passed. It's like, is it there? Or even down to when I was doing counseling in my clinical, my practice, when someone spoke about, I need to forgive, and I have seen a spirit just departed that person and left the room. And when I was doing counseling, I can feel all the tingly on my body, and I can see or hear, not necessarily see, but I can feel what's really happening to that person. So that's our power. So what is your power? And how are we going to utilize that? And are we still afraid that we have a power that not everyday person could describe it? We're going
I
down
used
the
to be
rabbit
afraid
hole.
of it. Used to be afraid of it, but I'm not, because I know that's what helps me in my counselling. Because people say to me, how do you counsel people? I said, I counsel them in a way they need at that point in time. And I can't tell them what they need until they get into that session and they start talking to me. And it's all very intuitive. It's all what I know. And it's not about using set theories or set programs that, you know, follow this, follow that, do this, do that, because that doesn't work for everybody. So I work with people as they need it and how they need it.
Good. Anyone would like to share?
I've got a friend who sees things quite often, and to the point where he tries to even avoid physical contact with people because touches them, he'll see things, and knows that I have power that I was being afraid of and not acknowledging, and to a certain extent, I think this is probably another reason for me to get out of teaching, because being around the kids so much, I have had to put up barriers, because man, teenagers are energy vampires, let me tell you. and I and I think that is what has blocked and suppressed a lot of what I should be able to do, because if I don't have this up, I just couldn't survive. And so I'm back to a point where I've acknowledged that yes, I have it, and yes, I can use it, and yes, it is indeed a powerful tool, and not to be afraid of it. And it's not so much that I see things or even hear things, it's more just a knowing. I don't know how to describe it. It's just I know, but it's not a visual or an auditory kind of thing. It's getting a little stronger now, but still I have to, when I'm at school, I can't, because it's just, with those kids, it's just way too much.
Okay. All right. So we probably will have to learn how to, it's not how, it's learning, protecting ourselves, put the shield. It's like, you know, putting the armor of God, as Christian, as Linda and I spoke about. But then again, like, you know, I wear this Tesla plate, so it's the frequency energy that I protect myself. Or some of us wear crystal, okay, and we have the genie driving there, sitting there, very like focused, listening, that with the crystal, you know, things that are going on. And that's remind me, tomorrow night 6 p.m. right, Melbourne time, the Soul Sister Tribe will have the Health is Wealth masterclass. Okay, for those who are in the elite, get a ticket from your Soul Sister Tribe to come into the masterclass. Okay, you get an invitation from them to join our masterclass tomorrow night. All right. So
what's it? Sorry, what's it on again?
Health is
What's
Wealth.
the masterclass on again?
The oils, Linda. The oils. Learning how to, what they do.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but that's 2 a.m. for me. I can't do that. not when I've got to get up for school.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Well,
seeing
recorded,
anything
so
on that.
everything can see it.
Yeah, there will be a recording, Christine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, cool. All right. So going back to that, it's a lot of things for us to maneuver, to understand that. Even Christine, when you go into the class, it's like, you know, you just like take a deep breath inside. Now I'm going to protect myself. Okay, because other people who used to do a lot of energy work, they shut themselves down. It's like, let me feel whether I can go into this shopping center. Let me feel whether I can do this or do that. but it is, in a sense, I don't like to use the word control, but it is within our power that know how to open up our field of energy or shut it down. Okay, because as you say, you have sort of like put it down underneath the carpet for a while. When you open it up, it's like you can feel those energy like coming to your face, and it's like, my brain is not working, I need to teach. But doesn't mean that we could put our antenna, why our antenna to go up to sense it, or we just now is like focus on something else.
You can't have the aircon on for too long, right? Sorry.
Of course you can have the aircon, you're just sending air out. All right, so yep, we definitely will go for that. But what I want to talk about today is like, let's do this for 5 minutes, because this will be a deep conversation as well. As we said, all of us could be a spirit, could be some form of alien, choose to come down to earth, but we need to have a physical body. We all agree. We start from the basic. For those who started with me the soul journey, we did talk about the chakra, we did talk about the soul and all those. So in February, in February, that program will no longer call the soul journey. We'll being called Living True to You program for the 5 days. So it should be starting on the 13th of February. Will be recorded as well, Christine, if it is not in your right time zone. But there will be a new program coming up. Will be worthwhile for us to look at that, because we're going more in depth in that for the 5 days. So not soul journey, Living True to You. Okay. But right now, when we come to a physical human form, which means what I shared just now is like, since young, we've been conditioned. It coming down to the cellular level that our memories are stored in our cell. How many cells that do we have in a human body? Christine, really? We have nurses,
Countless.
teachers, counselors.
Countless.
Can't remember.
Trillions.
So besides the memories, we also store our feelings, our emotions in our cell. Anyone disagree with that? No. Okay. So when coming to the spirit, how often do we truly feel that we are in our true form? Means that we could feel, or our intuition is so strong that we know that this is it. Or sometimes, is it someone trying to speak to me, or is that my mind, or is that I'm making up? Everyone's very quiet.
Oh, I know when I'm in contact with my source. Yeah.
Yeah, good. What is that about?
What is it about? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not really. We're not both on the same page all the time. That's the problem.
No, to explain to us. When I say what is it about, it's like, please explain.
Well, I meditate often. I guess when it happens, I'm meditating. I just feel the source. I just feel like communication. It's not a letter or a speech or any of that. It's just a feeling. And sometimes there's a prompting for something. Go here, do this, whatever. So the intuitiveness, I guess, and then things, later in the day, I look at it, or whenever, and I look at it, I go, that I need to go on that path for these things to happen, and to have outcomes that I was desiring. So, yeah.
Okay, good. Anyone have similar experience with like Denise?
Yeah, sometimes I might get a smell, and that will remind me of someone, and I'll have communication with them. They'll tell me things. I'll hear what they want to say. I've had that with my grandfather, with my nephew, a few other people who've passed away. They've talked to me, but also too, I just get this knowing that I've got to either tell myself or tell people they've got to act on something, and they've got to do it right now. And I get that very strongly. It's like, right, you've got to do this and you've got to do it now. And there's a reason for it. I don't know the reason at the moment, but there's a reason for it. So it's just that, and it's understanding that, okay, there's nothing wrong with me for getting these feelings or hearing these things or experiencing these things. That's just my power. And when I accept it and when I grow into it and when I listen to it, I'm a much better version of who I am.
Okay. Can I?
Beautifully said.
It's absolutely. We spoke about this on a couple of times tomorrow. It's nice to be able to talk to people who understand.
Yes.
Right? So it's okay. Some of us are new. Some of us get this niggling feeling, and it's because we're slightly awake and there are things that we are saying and we're doing. We don't know what we're doing and we don't know what we're saying, but all of a sudden it's in front of you and you go, shit. Right? I have to say that the stronger I've gotten, even my body remembers, not just my mind. So I'm going in this direction, but the body's going this way. It's like, no, I don't want to go that way, but yeah, my body's going this way, so I've got to follow it sometimes. So this is as you grow in to that power that happens, and there are things that are going to excite you, and there's going to be a couple of things that may actually terrify you because it's so strong. The pull is so strong that you have to say, you have to do.
Yep.
You know. So, sorry, go on.
No, don't
Someone was
apologize.
saying
Very
something.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all need to be having a stronger connection. So I'm glad that you all know when the source is speaking to you, when you need to add a point. Okay. So today, the one point I want to make is because we are in a physical form, it comes down to our cellular level that we have feelings and memories in our body cell. So it doesn't mean that our body will act accordingly all the time. Agree? That sometimes our body, okay, because we have billions of cells and each cells have memories and experience that might not be at the best point every day. That's why, in the Radiance, this pillar we spoke about, looking after our body. Like for Linda would say, our body is our temple. How would you look after a temple if you are living in it? Okay. So what I would like you guys to take notice of is not necessarily everyone have an anxious feeling all the time, but we all would have some other negative experience or negative feelings that might have impact us on an everyday basis. Am I the only one? Or everyone sometimes would have that is like, let's say, just feeling anxious.
No.
Okay. Some anxious. Yep, go on. Anyone speaking?
Sometimes when technology overtakes me.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. Even though I started using the Apple computer since I was young, but sometimes I do want to bang on them. It's like, can't you just listen to me? Okay. So yes, there are times that our body's like, I know this meant to work, but how come it is not? So we bought into that anxious feeling, but doesn't mean that we cannot change it. So I want you to understand that, have this awareness. When we feel anxious or feeling certain emotion is not doing us any favor, is have that awareness to change that, because the feelings here in this physical body will be contrasted to your higher self out there. There's a source. When these two sources are not aligned, we are not at the best version. That's what Tamaran said. When somewhere, somehow out there have a message for you, when our body are not in the best place to receive, it repel. Often people love to talk about the money. Oh, if you want to call into money and when you are not aligned, how can money come to you? But it's not just that. Money is not everything. Money gives us choice. We are all blessed. Okay? We all are called into prosperity. But how is it that we will have this and here receive the receivership, that connected and being aligned, that we're being whole? What we talk about is the holistic of a person, the spirit, the soul, and the body. So I would like you guys to start to be having that awareness the sensation. When I'm talking right now, I can feel that. The sensation, the tingling on my body, which is the alignment. But what is the message transcending to you guys? That Denise said, you know, our channel sometimes doesn't, or maybe here. Okay, but then it's like, what for me, how do I translate this message for you guys to help you to have this stronger connection from up there to you? And everyone looks very serious. What is she talking about? Go on. Now is the time to ask question or share.
I find breathing and practicing allowing, you know, just allow the settling, allow the reconnection, allow the rebooting, whatever, you know, there's 100 words in the dictionary you could be using, whichever one aligns with you the best. But yeah, just to allow that aligning to come back and to experience joy when it does, because when you have that alignment, you have joy, great joy, and then the frequency is set at a better frequency, at a more aligning frequency. Yeah.
Can I say something? That's all right. I absolutely agree with you, Denise. Absolutely agree, because our frequencies are skewed because of our lifestyle, what we've done, where we've been, our experiences. You know, the shit that you've seen, the stuff you have to deal with, right? I tribute Catherine coming into my life right where I needed it, right? All aligned, right? I was ready for the next level of spirit. Okay, so I was ready for it. I have so much on my plate like everybody else, but this what I've done here has enabled me to reach out for a higher power. It's strengthened me because I go back to the stuff that I've learned, and I'm learning, and I'm being guided by beautiful people, and I'm listening. But I've learned to accept that I am a good person, that I love and I want to be loved. And I look in the mirror these days and I go, I love being me, right? That actually strengthens the connection. When you love, that connection comes straight in. And when you open yourself to love, when I say to you, I'm doing this in love, when I touch somebody, Linda, when I've given you a rub, I've said, I love you. You know, how do you accept it? If you accept with love, you're given love, and that strengthens that bond. It strengthens whatever you're doing with that person, right? So I've learned to trust that feeling, but I've also have to say that I've learned a lot about the gratitude, and the gratitude for me was the key to the higher self. By appreciating and thanking everything that has been given, everything that has been provided, everything that I'm touching, gave me the next step. And I'm not scared. I always ask, is it okay? Can I tell you what I'm about to say? You may not like it, but I say it with love. I no longer hold that back because I no longer care what people are going to think. Because when you hold that back, you deny who you are. And there might be an important message that you have to give this person. They may not appreciate it, but somewhere down the line, they're going to go, Anna spoke to me about this. Someone spoke to me about this, right? It's just a message. They can choose whether they're going to do something or not. You'll know. Your intuition will tell you when you can speak. It'll say, yep, or it'll put obstacles in the way to say, don't. But trust, it's about trusting you here. It's trusting you. You have to trust yourself. And there's absolutely nothing that stops you from learning about this in the shower, in the toilet, going for a walk, in your car, doing all my intentions anywhere and everywhere. And breathing is definitely the key. Stop, slow down, take your 5 breaths or take your 10 breaths. Deep, release, calm. I make sure that that gets done every day. And it might be in different intervals. It might be when I've stepped out to go for a wander, to go and do something with a neighbour. I'm thinking quietly, thanking. That's what I found. And I think we're all here because we know now it's time. It's just time for us. That's just an opinion, something I've been doing some really deep reflection. So, yeah.
It's
Very
very
good.
obvious that you.
Mm,
Great.
can
It's
feel
great.
that.
Absolutely.
I think it's really important. I feel that there is a necessity now to learn so much about oneself so that we can, as a collective, then heal. You know, do you see what I'm saying? When we do this, it actually goes like that. The frequency is expanded. I'd love for Catherine to organise an exercise where we do that, like with the sound bowl, which is coming up soon. That is, if you go out and do your walks, do your meditation, take deep breaths before you do the sound bowl, because your frequency will be heightened. And don't let any shit come into your head, anything that's happening out there. If you can't fix it, don't worry about it. Push it aside. Deal with it tomorrow. I mean, don't stress about it. That's what I've learned in the last 14 months, guys. When I walked out of that job and went, you know what, it's time. That's all I kept saying, it's time.
Good. Anyone else want to add on to their thought about this? Very quiet.
I was just going to say, I agree. It's time to just sort of step into what it is that we know, that we have our inner knowing, accept our radiance, accept our spirit, and accept that we know what it is we need to do, and embrace it, and go with it. Like, just go with that flow, because we have that knowing, we have that knowledge, we have that ability. There's just been so many things that have told us it's wrong for whatever reason. That, you know, oh, it's imagination, it's crazy, you know, don't be silly. What is this energetic stuff you're talking about? You know, it's a load of crap.
It's the conditioning, honey. It's the conditioning.
It
it's
is,
the voice.
absolutely.
It's the negativity, because the minute you start working with the light or you're working with God, obstacles are put in the way to challenge your belief.
Absolutely. And they're put
so
there.
Now
they're put,
we put our gloves on and we go, no, we're not doing this. Bang.
Yeah. We're not listening to you. We're not stopping. We're not stopping because you're scared of it. We're embracing it because we're aware of it and we're proud of it and we know our strength.
So that is where we go. Some of us are there, some of us are still learning, but we're there to help each other.
Yep.
Right? I'm learning so much from Denise. She is absolutely a power. Learned so much from Christine and from you, Tamara. In the short time that I've known you, we've slept in the same bed, drank, had a laugh, had a cry, right? Done the same. Well, I didn't drink with Linda, but we've done the same thing, because it's about us willing to work at a higher level as beings. And to spread that word and that healing for so many that need that, for our sisters and for the people that are coming. And they're coming because it's time.
It is time. It is time. People are tired of being suppressed. They're tired of being held down.
Absolutely.
They're tired of being ignored. And we're here to teach. I know I'm here to teach. I'm a teacher. I always have been, always will be. And I'm here to teach.
I think you'll find that we are all in that sphere. But at what level? At what level?
Yep.
And that's okay. And that's okay. As we learn and we grow, we find where we're it's aligning us towards where we're going to be.
We step into ourselves and we step into our power where we're meant to be.
That's right.
Good. All right. Excellent. So on this call, most of us has already started this journey. So we are no longer beginners. But what I said, the one point is for those who just started, that sometimes, as I said, our conditioning stop us moving forward. So now is the first point to start that awakening or be aware. Even verbally acknowledge that change. When you feel that there's something is like let's just say the anxiousness, because your body wanting to know that it's time to change. So that is going to help you to increase your awareness, and you'll be surprised what's the next turn about your intuition, about your sensing, about your receivership. Okay, because we acknowledge that we are not here alone. There's a higher power, and the divine, the source, want to give you more of that power. As Anna said, the intuition is stronger because we are open up to it, and we are cleansing our body, our soul, and our spirit too. So we'll become more awakening. Because what I call that is oppression. When there's good, there's evil too. When there's light, there's darkness too. It's just the nature, but we don't have to be afraid of it. It's just that how are we going to put up our armor on a daily basis to be stronger, to be worthy, to be the warrior. Because my prayer for my son is not to be a doctor or a millionaire. Our prayer, my husband and I, our prayer for him is to be the warrior of God. We don't know what he's fighting against, but he is going to be a fighter. Because it's not going to be an easy world for the next generation. So for us here, with the wisdom coming along, how are we going to impact to the next generation or impact to more people? So we all have a very important role on this earth.
We guide one person at a time. We show them the way, the light. We show them the truth.
We do. Yeah, we show them through our actions and our beliefs.
Absolutely.
That's where we start. We start with ourselves and have people going. I mean, I said, I met people last night. I met somebody I hadn't seen for 2.5 years. And again, she said, "You're so different. You are just amazing. You're wonderful." And she said, is it just from living in Darwin? I go, no, it's not. You know, she'd had too much to drink to go into too much explanation. But yeah, it was like people from, I would say my past, but whatever, don't know who I am. And I love it. It just gives me great joy when I hear them say that sort of thing, that you are not the person you used to be.
Honey. You've accepted you.
Yes.
If you look at your photos on your Facebook, you can see the transformation of light, the joy. I look in the mirror and don't laugh, but I do look in the mirror, and I actually see a glow. See, my face isn't. If I told everybody what the hell was going on in my household, I think you'd have turned around and said, "What did someone say to me? Why didn't I neck myself?" I said, I don't even think or contemplate that. It's not in my how I feel. But I've noticed in the mirror that I'm actually glowing. I'm happy. I see me. And I see you guys. I see the change. Linda, we go back in the videos where you're there and you're shining. And Amber, you've always been shining, but you're just extra. Yeah, and you can see the difference, ladies. I see the difference. I'm now sticking my head in photos, right? Which is unheard of. But yeah, I'm okay with that because it doesn't matter. I'm with the people I love. So I'm not going to miss those moments.
Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So it's Monday. You all set intention for your business or your personal life, but I would like you to add on to one more intention. What are your intentions for this week to help your spirit to be more awakened? It could be very simple, or it could be 10 steps ahead. We're all on a different part of our journey, but today is a day to start.
Well, mine is I got it written down somewhere. My diary is all a mess, but that's one of my intentions for the week. But I do have it written down to format a meditation, and I've already got somebody wants to come along and do some meditation. I have a beautiful garden out here where I am, a little Zen area, and the girl I live with, it's her place. She's about ready to not pull out a whole heap of plants and whatever and put in a beautiful Zen meditation area. So, you know, asking for my help, and God damn it, I'm giving her all the instructions for everything that she needs. Yeah, so that's one of the things that sort of added on to my intention for the week, is to just get that meditation up so I can actually do a meditation, you know, instruct some meditation in this beautiful space that's out here. So, yeah, for myself mostly, it's a growth area for me. And also if there's one person who wants to come and do it with me, which is awesome. So, yeah.
Good. Beautiful. Anyone else? What of a new intention for the week is the awakening of your spirit? Yes, Tamara?
Mine's to unpack and reconnect with all my crystals, because they're still in boxes from 2.5 years ago. So I need to pull them out. I've got
Full
some
moon on
out,
the
but I
8th.
need to get all of them out.
The
Pardon?
full moon is on the
8th,
8th, so you need to get them out, wash them, and put them out on site on the 8th.
Well, we need a cupboard, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Cover.
I do.
Get a cupboard.
Yeah, I've got a huge collection.
Oh, just
so
take
do
your
I.
credit card and buy one.
Eh,
You're still
I
married
will.
legally. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't wash all of them though, because they're not all water safe.
No, I know. No.
Yeah.
No, I know the ones that
which
aren't
ones?
water safe. Selenite's not water safe.
Yep.
And there's a few others that I own that aren't water safe.
Malachite's
All
not
right.
water safe.
Yeah. We'll get our little genie here, the little wizard, Anne Marie, to give her the master class on crystal. How about that?
I think Tamara and will also be able to do that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Cool.
Anne Marie's found her
Nemesis.
partner.
Yep.
Partners. These guys are
No
just gonna be
partners.
awesome to teach us.
Yep.
To teach us about crystal. I only go by feeling. Katrina is also a wonder, guys. Yeah, she's also a wonder. But
She might be working
Yep.
today. Yep.
Yeah.
We sort that out. Okay. Anything else, lady, you would like to share or feedback?
I just feel that this is, we were talking about, Anna was talking before, we acknowledge that we've probably crossed paths, or we have crossed paths in previous lives somewhere, maybe not all in the same lives, but all in different lives. And I think that this feels more like, you know, a monastery for enlightenment in some way, and that connection is quite strong and whatever. You know, I said to you at the beginning of this broadcast, whatever, that I felt really tired and whatever. That has definitely lifted, and that is from the energy that I've got from this group. So when we talk about the powers that we have, we need to be, I don't know, reassured that they are about, and that they have an impact even if you don't see them. So it's definitely had an impact here today, just lifting that, because these people that I was with yesterday who were drinking lots and there's some negativity happening with that, even though it's nice to catch up with them. It does, you know, I'm very much aware of that. You go how you go to bed at night is how you wake up in the morning. And I felt drained from being with them, and I woke up drained this morning. And so now spending time with these guys, that has dissipated, and I feel much more alive and whatever. So yeah, it's the connection is strong, even from across the other side of the world, Christine. It's glorious to experience that. So thank you.
Well, we're sending love, Denise. We're sending love, babe. This is a
Always.
safe group. This is a safe group. We're safe. We can talk about everything and anything. This is,
Yeah. Again, Denise, is about the protection. It's not that we cannot spend time with anyone. Imagine what Tamara goes through every day in her counseling room.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the shield that we need to put up. It's what is the language you tell your body, your soul, and the spirit. It's time to protect. You can listen to stuff, but you say, I do not take them in.
Yep.
This is important to protect your energy.
Yep.
Oh, it is, yes. To be aware. To be aware where it is. And
you can start simply, and this is something that I've learned. It's just before you enter the room, take a deep breath and put your just gentle shield of love, protection. Just to slowly introduce that for yourself rather than just automatically shut it down. It's just love and protection, right? So you're not going to allow their energy to touch you. But if you extend your energy, you're going to allow it to happen the way you want it, not the way they want it. They're drainers. That's why they were sucking you, honey, because you are energized. You're like an energized bunny. I reckon if we had a session all together physically, you'd be an energizer bunny. And then people just want to plug in, right? Because that's what they want to do. They want to plug into women like us, people like us.
Yeah.
They
the
want
energy
that.
vampires.
Absolutely.
Energy vampires. Yep.
I don't see
Yes,
a cousin of mine because she drains me. Like, yeah, she just sucks the life out of me. I just said to her, hang on, let me just plug myself in. There you go. Go for it. She stopped. I had to teach her to stop doing that. Yeah, it's just, one of those things.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it, Denise, that, you feel more energized now. Fantastic.
Good.
Linda, you want to add anything at all?
I must say I had to go to a funeral on Friday of an uncle of mine. He had an awesome life and an awesome family. And when I was going, I was actually waiting for my husband and grandkids to pick me up. And I was talking with a couple that I recognised her from when we were in our teens at Camp Caloundra. And then another lady came along and we all were talking again. And I found out that she is the wife of Don, who was the funeral. His son, Phil, had passed away last year, and this is his wife that came along. And I just had this feeling like God came over me, and it really encouraged her, and I knew that there's something that God wants her to do, and I just encouraged her. So this vibration came to me from God, and I just shared it with her, and she was really grateful.
Beautiful.
isn't it lovely?
Beautiful,
Lovely.
Linda. It's beautiful.
He has some good things for her later on to do.
Good. Fantastic. Beautiful, ladies.
Awesome.
All right. Now, one last thing for your homework, to go into the elite group and put down your biggest takeaway for today, because we all can learn from one another. And your homework is to set an intention for your spiritual being. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Don't be a stranger to each other. Connect and support. And I will think about you guys on the ski slope this morning. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I'll call you Denise.
Bye, darlings. I'll give you guys a call.
Going-
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
honey.